Down 2 players, and with them playing so well, God, they played exceptionally well at both ends of the court, and they're a tough unit.
Okay, well, 102 points. We were marveling at the fact that New Zealand put 102 points on the board against the Gold Coast last night. But Perth Wildcats, not only did they do that on the offensive end of the floor, they were tenacious on D. Their defense turned into good offense. But, Brent, look at that. 14 of 25 outside the three-point line. You won't lose many games when you are sticking it that well outside the stripe. 14, man, that's a lot of three-pointers to go down at a great rate.
It is exceptionally good, and Sean Redditch probably added to that in the second half. He was great. The other guys chipped in, but those guys, when they're shooting that well, it makes it hard. They're getting all the steals, getting easy buckets, but they're knocking the three in as well. Certainly makes it hard. And this guy here, Kevin Lish, he certainly lit it up early for them.
He sure was. And as we mentioned throughout the telecast, Perth do such a great job of getting it to the hot man at the time. And in between all of those hot streaks, the players who are coming off the bench, they seem to be on the same page and able to do it as well. Nathan Crosswell was very good for the 36ers tonight. He has given the 36ers fits over the years in dribble penetration, and he's done a great job for him. But it was just too many weapons for the Perth Wildcats.
Yeah, we saw Jesse Wagstaff there. He was exceptionally good off the bench and playing some good minutes for the Perth Wildcats tonight. And he just created such a mismatch either down low or he's open outside and been able to knock that shot down.
And Sean Redditch got it going. There are a number of players, and we'll talk about them and see some highlights a little bit later. And Daniel Johnson for the 36ers, double points and double-figure points. Wasn't able to get double-figure rebounds, and we saw another exciting import tonight for the Sydney Kings. It was Grant for the 36ers. They've got Chris Warren. So we're getting to see some quality imports step back into the league. I'm not sure if they're the caliber of D-Mac and Rob Rose and Ricky Grace, but I tell you what, they're pretty exciting to watch.
In all honesty, there's probably been a drought over the last couple of years with really good quality imports coming into Australia, but we've seen a good couple this year and hopefully some more as the season goes on. And Chris Warren's going to be exciting, there's no doubt. He can certainly fill it up. He's exciting to watch and he's quick up and down the court.
Yeah, and we got to see Sean Redditch lead the game in scoring, and he not only got his three-point shot going, but his little floaters as well. As we mentioned before, a nightmare for the rest of the league, because I'm sure they're hoping it would take him a few weeks. But Sean Redditch is back, and Sean Redditch is putting points on the board, and the Perth Wildcats are going to be one of the teams to beat, if not the team to beat.
Yeah, they are. Damien Munn we saw there with a steal, and he is all over it at the defensive end. It just sets the tone for them at the front. And it just creates so many problems for the other team. It is not bad. Only 6 points in the paint. He had 5 assists as well, which I don't know how they slipped out of his hand, but he added to his game as well in that area. So he's just becoming such a big inspiration for that team, and I think they're all drawing energy from him coming back from such a horrific injury.
Yeah, well, we're on the topic of hot shooters. Let's go to Kevin Lish because he was outstanding. You know, when guys are hot, you think, all right, well, they're going to cool down, but he was taking it to the rim. He got to the hole his very first touch. Then he was able to stick the three. Now, if he goes strong to the hoop and then splashes a three, as a defender trying to guard him, you know you're in for a long night. Again, getting to the rim, he's really mixing it up tonight.
He's such a tough player to stop. He's got that hard drive to the bucket that if you're not right in front of him, you can't stop him. He's got the three, but he's also one of the best players in the league with that 15-foot jump shot as well. Whether it's off the dribble or a catch and shoot, he has a remarkable touch in that range.
He sure does, and he shows by these highlights he's able to do a little bit of everything. And let's check out his numbers, because I can't wait to see those, because they're impressive. 23 points at 8 of 11 shooting from the field. Perfect outside the three-point line, and those weren't all easy looks. He had some range on him. He had some pressure on him on a couple of them. Picked up 6 points in the paint. All-around good game, and he also picked up 6 assists, so it shows he was getting his teammates active as well.
Yeah, he's so dangerous. He scores, but he also gets into those gaps, and those sort of guys are so important to a team to be able to get in and create for others, and that's what he does. He's a big game player.